Hey guys, this is going to be my first time doing a tutorial and it's going to be on this look right here, and this is a look I would typically wear on a night out, so I hope you enjoy. The first thing is I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I don't really care for this primer, but I just want to use it to get rid of it. So feel free to use any primer that you guys like. I recommend the Professional or an e.l.f. primer. I think they both work really well. Now I'm going to prime my eyes with something that I do like. This is the Kiko Milano primer. It's super cheap, like $9 I think, and it controls your oil. So all you oily eyelid people out there, I got you. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the stickiness of the tape, and I'm going to go ahead and line the tape up on the edge of my eye to the edge of my eyebrow. I'm sure you've seen this technique plenty of times. Obviously, like every guru does it, I guess. But it really does help give you that straight, clean line. Now I'm going to go in with a Jordana Copper shadow. As you can see, it's super bright and red and warm, and I love it. I'm going to go ahead and stick that in my quote-unquote crease because I don't really have one, but we're gonna pretend like I have one. You can feel the socket of your eye when you push into it. Now I'm gonna go into this Ulta Beauty palette. I featured this in a haul before and I absolutely love it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a more cool toned color, and I'm gonna use that to blend out that bright copper shade because, like, obviously we look like a hot mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend, and this kind of takes me a while. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, blending takes me forever and I'm not even like good at it yet. I don't know how other people do it so quickly. So yeah, I just keep going back and forth until I'm satisfied, and then I'm gonna go in with a more rose gold copper shade and spraying my flat shader brush with some water. This one is pretty shimmery on its own, but I just want it to be more vibrant and more pigmented. So I'm going to go ahead and pack that on and tap off the excess. And then I'm going to go ahead and pack that all over my eye. Really getting the color in there. I love this color, as I mentioned before. And then I'm going to go with the darker matte brown, and then that's actually going to go on the outer corners, and I'm going to use swirling motions and just packing that color right on the outer corner. I'm not really dragging that in because I have very limited eyelid space, so I'm trying to, you know, create dimension to my eye and not really like make the colors too muddy. I feel like if I blend it in like too close to the center of my eyelid, it looks a little muddy and my eyes tend to close off. It just doesn't look good. It's like a hot mess. So I keep going and packing on the color until I'm satisfied. Usually I start off with just very minimal color and then I'll build it up. That way if you make any mistakes, like, no biggie, you know, versus like packing on a bunch of color. Anyway, now I'm taking my MAC 217, and everyone has this brush, I swear to God, taking that light matte brown shade, and I'm actually going to use that to help blend all of those colors together, but I can't speak. So as you can see, I'm blending that up to my brow bone, just right underneath the brow bone, just so that everything looks very seamless. I'm not trying to do like a, what is that called, like a cut crease or anything like that. I just am trying to do like a warm, smoky eye. It's defined, but not dark. So yeah, here I am. I'm just, you know, looking and seeing if I'm satisfied with what I have. And I just keep going, and I'm just blending and adding more shades. Okay, now we're going to move on to eyeliner, and I'm just going to go ahead and make the wing. I don't actually line my entire eye right away because once I remove the tape, I actually like to see how intense I want my wing, or how sharp and nice and slicey I like my wing. So I actually just do this as like kind of a like border, kind of. This way it'll help me give me a guideline of where I want to put my shadows, and I'm just taking off that tape real quick and wiping off the fallout. And I decided, like, this wing needs to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to go ahead and line that wing one more time. I'm really making sure that these wings are sharp. so we can cut a bitch. Just kidding. Going into that cream white shade over there, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone. I don't really care for too much of a shimmer, so this is going to be my main highlight, but I am going to go in with like a slightly shimmery highlight to go under my brow bone just so that it catches the light just ever so slightly. Now I grabbed my e.l.f. stick foundation. If you're dry skinned, you would love this. However, oily combination, you are going to hate this. But I'm trying to use it up. It's not a bad foundation, it just doesn't work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that with a synthetic blending brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and pack it in with a beauty blender. Now I'm cream contouring using my Maybelline foundation stick. This is in the color... I don't know the color, but it's like the darkest one. Or the second to the darkest one. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my beauty blender. I love this for contouring. I feel like it makes it look so natural, and I never like anything that looks too harsh on my face. I just don't think it looks good on me personally. And okay, I blended out everything else except for my lip contour, so like I'm going to get to that once I remember. I got distracted. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and powder my face, and now I'm going to go ahead and use a powder contour, and this is from an e.l.f. palette, and I'm using this brush, and I'm using a cool toned brown shade that's not too brown, that's not too reddish brown, and it's not too like ashy brown. It's like perfect for my skin tone. It looks so natural on me. I'm gonna go ahead and drag that down to the neck so everything looks seamless and more natural, if you will, but not really natural because like I have makeup on, you know. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my e.l.f. small stippling brush, dip it into a more orangey, not copper, more like orangey peachy blush, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on my cheeks. And as you can see, I love using this brush because it just gives the most natural look. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my fan brush and go ahead and highlight those cheekbones that I don't have, but I like to pretend I have. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight my nose. Oh, I remembered about the lip contour. How embarrassing. I'm really not good at this. Now I'm going to go ahead and line the lash line with a more reddish brown color. I believe this eyeliner is from Jordana, but I use it like almost every day. I love the way it makes my eyes look. I feel like it makes my eyes pop. Now I'm actually going to take a brush and that same copper shade that I used on the crease, and I'm going to use that to smudge out the liner. Now I'm taking some mascara and just putting that on my lower lashes. I don't think I need to explain this, so like, yeah. Now I'm going in with a Maybelline Skinny, I think it's called the Skinny Liner. I don't really care for it. I feel like I had to keep dragging my like liner in my waterline, and mama don't like that. Like, I prefer something more pigmented. But, I mean, this is what I had, so I'm using it. I'm like the type of person that just uses what they have, and like I like to use like everything unless it makes me like react or something, but I don't give anything away. I like use it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fix up my brows. I filled them in, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Now I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. like baked blush. And it's definitely not a blush, it's more of a highlight. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner corners and just right underneath the brow bone, like ever so slightly. But as you can see, I just put slightly, like a little bit on the lower part of my eye and in the inner corner, and then I blend it out. Just because I feel like it suits my eye shape a lot more to highlight my inner corners that way. Anything that's too shimmery, like right in the corner of my eye, I feel like it just closes off my eye for some weird reason. Don't ask. That's just what I've found. Now I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with a red liner. I think that one's from Kiko. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Milani like Amore matte lip cream in red. And this is fine, but it's fall and I just didn't like how bright it was. So I'm actually going to go in with a Nature Republic liquid lipstick, and this one's definitely a lot darker, so I'm going to go ahead and mix the two. just so I can have a darker reddish lip that'll last me all night. And I'm just doing a teeth check. Don't forget to spray your face. I don't know where that clip went. I sprayed my face with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist, and here I am posing and trying to be cute. And I'll see you in my next video. I hope this was helpful and that you enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe and watch me in my next video.